Hey guys, and welcome to Petrol Ped, and welcome to my CarVid19 daily vlog, uploading a new video every evening at 6 PM to keep you sane during lockdown. Well, it's time for another Peddlerz rides, and well, we haven't had any decent push bikes on yet, and I know lots of you are cycling fans. This one is just for you. Now, before we get stuck into the video, we have a couple of Peddlerz Pups for you. So the first one is from Carl Lamp, and this is Burt. Burt, that is a very big stick. And then, I love this photograph, sent in by Richard Lofthouse of Mia, the Basset Hound, sat in a caterham. Mate, I just, I love the fact you've got a little blanket there, I bet Mia absolutely loves going along. Make sure you strap her in though. Anyway, let's get stuck into this video. We've done lots of different types of cars so far on Peddlerz rides, from sheds to supercars to family cars. We've done some motorbikes, but apart from a couple of push bikes hanging on a wall in the very first episode of Peddlerz rides, we haven't done any bikes. So that's what we're gonna do. So first off, we're off to Paul from Criterium Cycles, which is just outside of Edinburgh. And Paul has, well, I think we could call this the ultimate bike carrier.
Welcome to this video. My name's Paul, and I'd just like to give Pedro just a big shout out and just a big well done for all the great content that he's providing us at the moment. So well done, keep up the good work. By way of a bit of context, I'm a big petrol head. I've owned quite a few nice cars in my time, but just over 7 years ago we opened our bike shop just on the outskirts of Edinburgh and had to sell those cars and look at transporting the bikes around in vans. I've had a few since then. This is my latest. It's just over 2 years old. It's called Cyril and is a Renault Traffic long wheelbase sport crew van. So let's go and take a look around it, shall we? As we take a look in, we've got 3 seats up front. Interestingly, underneath the passenger seats here, there's storage underneath there, which we'll show you. And then we've got twin sliding doors. There's more storage underneath those 2 seats, again, which we can show you. Room for 3 back here. So really comfortable actually. 6-seat configuration, and in the front is quite nice. Again, you've got the armrest there for the driver. Really nice sculpted seat for a van, so it makes it really comfortable. And being the sport version, nerdy fact, you've also got your full soundproofing headlining and also your carpeting on the front as well. So it just really doesn't feel like driving a van nowadays. So let's just step on board and we'll have a quick look at what's in here. So in we get. So the driving position is very car-like. The steering wheel, whereas usually on a van, the steering wheel is raked quite a long way back. It's not in this van. It's really quite upright. Gear stick right on the centre console there, 6-speed manual, absolutely fantastic. And then the dash itself, rev counter, it's got a digital speedometer and obviously fuel gauge. And then in the centre we've got a full touchscreen colour media system in the middle here, where it's got satellite navigation, it's got rear reversing camera, we've got air conditioning on board. There's a ton of cup holders everywhere on the van, so plenty of space for long distance cruising. So it's a really comfortable place to be, and it needs to be, because 2 years I've done nearly 40,000 miles in this van. So yeah, really good. And Murag and Neville sat up there as well, keeping me company. So that's the interior, really nice. The 1.6 litre diesel twin turbocharged engine has got the ability to get it from 0 to 60. That's it. And yeah, it's ample power. But to be perfectly honest with you, what people actually love about vans is not necessarily the way that it drives or its usability, although that's very good, but it's a cargo space. And I always like to think of Thunderbirds with this. You know, Thunderbird 1, that was the rocket, that was the fastest one, and you know, that's the supercar of the Thunderbirds. However, if we're all honest, everybody loves Thunderbird 2. Why? Because it's the toys in the back. And what we're going to do now, we're going to open up the doors and we're going to reveal a few toys in there as well. So let's get in there. So here we go in the back of the van. We've got room to attach 4 bikes to the baseboard here. We're using the bike inside adapters, and it allows us to use any type of axle configuration that's out there, from standard quick release through to the different types of through axles. So the bikes are in here, they're solid, they're away from each other, no damage gets done to them, and they're so fast to get in and out. And then along the sides of the wall we've got wheel bags which take the front wheels. Also have snow shovel in there. Live in Scotland, so the winters can be quite bad. So snow shovel lives in there permanently. We've got track pump, I've got tools, brush if it's been a muddy mountain bike ride. I can get home and just sweep everything out nicely. But the other thing is that this baseboard itself is sat on top of the standard ply floor. So what it means is when I just need it to be a van, I don't have to take all of these fittings and adapters out. I can just literally lift the baseboard out and then I'm back to being a van again. So again, it's taken years to perfect the inside of the van, but yeah, it's been really good. And then these 3 bikes, I've got my gravel bike, I've got my mountain bike, and I've got my road bike in there as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this on the van itself, and thanks ever so much for watching.
Yeah, I must say I'm mildly jealous of that bike transporter, my friend, and in its current guise as Thunderbird 2 with the bike pod on the back. Brilliant. And I'm sure if you're going away for events and cycling weekends and things, it must be a perfect vehicle. And I know, having spent some time in sort of similar VW transporter type vehicles, they go forever and they're really comfortable. So yeah, I'm very much like that. Although I would have really liked to have had a good look at your bikes in the back. You kind of teased us with them. You could just try and make it out a little bit. And knowing you and knowing the stuff you've got in your bike shop, I'm sure they were quite nice too. So if you want a bike fix to kind of have a look at some nice bikes, we're going to head over to a guy called Reginald Brown. Now, Reginald is the owner of an Audi A4, but also has, well, I think we could maybe call it bike owner virus.
This video is not about the car, which is an Audi A4 V9. Is really all about the bikes. The first one is the Ducati top alloy, which I use on the trainer, which has Shimano Dual Race 9-speed group set. Original saddle was yellow, but the white one is more comfortable. The other bike, which is also a Ducati, but this one's a Puma, slightly lighter. Managed to acquire a blue saddle after a lot of looking about. Also carbon forks, but alloy. The group set again is Dual Race, which is Shimano 9-speed. But my main bike is obviously the Pinarello Dogma Think 2 with bull bars carbon with Garmin 810 computer, seat post, carbon saddle, carbon deep rim wheels, but the most expensive part on the bike is the Campagnola Super Record ESP 11 speed, the battery down the seat tube, the pedals, a Luke Clio carbon.
Yes, lovely Audi A4. Let's put that to one side though, because your video was all about the bikes, my friend, and I loved all three of them, from kind of classic to very modern. Beautifully spec'd, beautifully looked after, but I'd have the Pinarello every day of the week. There's a brilliant bike shop in Malacine at the foot of Mont Ventoux in Provence, and you can hire a Pinarello for the day, and I've done it a couple of times now, and I know the last one I had an F10 and it was like €10,000 bike, and I had it for the day, and it's because of that, actually, because it had the Di2 electronic shifters. That's because of that I came back home and put Di2 Ultegra group set on my Specialized Vens. They are very special bikes, and if I won the lottery I would so have a Pinarello in my bike shed. But thank you very much for sending that through. Definitely a case of N+1. All of my bike following peddlers will know exactly what I mean by that. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed that. A little bit different today, getting some bikes in, filmed inside, because although it looks nice out there, it's really, really windy and not great for filming at all. So I will leave you on that one. I hope you enjoyed it. There's plenty more Peddlerz rides to come, plenty more variety as well. I am trying to mix it up so they're all different, but I hope you enjoyed that one. If you have done so, please give me a thumbs up. Comments below are always welcome. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to Petrol Ped for plenty more content to come. And I'll see you on the next film, guys, but you take care. Stay safe.